Welcome again to Red Zone Action. It is time to finish your manager license now. It will take only a few minutes, and will have several benefits. To start with your license, just go to your team's homepage, which you can find in front office. There you select Overview. At the top right, there is the Manager License button. If you click it, the list of tasks will open. The license itself is in place to introduce the most important parts of the game to you. We recommend to finish each single step of the license. Beside this, each finished task of your license creates some income for your team. You will need this money for a proper start of your career here in Red Zone Action. Now it is time to start with the license tasks. Start with number 1, and open the FAQ section. You can do so by going to Help, and there you select FAQ. The frequently asked questions represent the very basic know-how about the game. You can just click on one of the questions, and an explanation will open. In our example, we want to learn more about the weekly schedule. We click on what is the weekly schedule, and receive the answer immediately. Nice, we finished the first task. But we are not done yet, since there is still a warning for the unfinished license. Click on it again to display the list of tasks. You will see the remark done at task number 1. Task number 2 is about the manual of the game. To go to the manual, you click Help, and then Manual. Now we do not need to read the full manual yet, but once you have a question about how a certain thing is working, there is a good chance the manual has the answer to that. On the left side there is a menu, and if you click on one of the items, you see the explanation. For your comfort, you can download the manual. Just click Download Manual, and you will receive a PDF. You can take it with you and read it wherever you like. We go back again to the list of license tasks, just by clicking at the "You are not done" remark again. The third task of the license is about your players. Click at Team, then Players. You will see a list of the players who form your team right now. The list is split into Offense, Defense, Special Team and Youth Academy. Each player has a name, and a nationality representing his origins. Players have a certain age, a position they play on the field, a rating and many skills. 2 of these skills are displayed here as well, so-called morale and physical condition. Players can be healthy or injured, and see a remark here as well. You can download the list of players, and there are different formats available for download. There is a Reposition Your Players button available as well, but this is complete different story and not part of this video tutorial. However, we could now click on a player's name. A new page opens, and the player's skills are presented. There are a lot more of information available, like the weekly salary, if the player owns special traits, how he joined your team and so on. The player's stats are available for both the current season and his full career. You can browse through his stats season by season as well. In short, whenever you are looking for a certain information about the single player, the player's detail page is a good start. By the way, we finished 2 tasks of your license now, since the player's detail page was a task as well. We go back to the list of license tasks. Our next task is to have a look at match settings. Please go to Games, and from there you select Games again. A list of your games will open. There is a column called Settings, and it contains a button for each game, called View or Set. It depends if the game was played already, or the kickoff will happen in the future. Click at one of the buttons. The Match Settings page opens, and you finished another task of your license. Let us have a short look at the Match Settings page. There is no football game without tactics. And the basics of such tactics are set here in the match settings. There are options for which depth chart to use, which playbook to play, and there are settings about the substitutions. As well, there are settings for how to handle 4th downs, and what is the standard call per down if no calls are made in the playbook. However, tactics and football are a very complicated story, and not part of this video. So, we go back to the list of license tasks. The next task is about the depth chart. Go to Team, then Depth Chart. The depth chart controls which personnel is on field during a game. There are different positions on top, and a list of available players at the bottom. You could have different depth charts, so one for regular league games, one for friendly games and so on. However, we stick with the standard for now. Click at one position on top of the page, like QB, which represents the settings for the quarterbacks. The list of players was sorted again, and the available quarterbacks are on top of it. At the end of each row there is an arrow pointing to the right. If you click the arrow, the player gets assigned to the list of quarterbacks. There is a checkbox behind each assigned player. If you enable it, the player is set to be first string, and he will be the standard player for this position until he becomes injured. As example, we recommend having more than the absolutely needed number of players per position. You see the recommended optimum on top of the list. If this is too much hassle, there is a refill depth chart option available doing the basic workload for you. We go back to the list of licensed tasks again. Next on our list is the Playbook. Go to the Playbook by clicking Teams, then Playbook. Right now, there is not much to see. Since you are running a new team, the Playbook editor is hidden from you, and a standard playbook is in place. We recommend to go with this standard playbook until you are familiar with red zone action. But, once you made your decision and want to enable the playbook editor, you know where you have to do that. We go once more back to the list of licensed tasks. Next on our list is the economy page. Please go to front office. There you select economy. The economy page tells you about incoming and outgoing money, your bankroll. Red zone action is a manager game, therefore having an eye on your finances is quite important. Later in your career you will have presentations per season, and a chart on top will you about trends. The table at the bottom has an entry per transaction, and is therefore your financial logbook. There are filters available to shrink down the number of displayed rows. We go back to our list of tasks for our license. Next one is about our stadium. Please click front office, and go to stadium from there. You will see a stadium, where one stand has some seats. The stadium is the main source of income from the moment. Therefore, it is very important to build your stadium as fast as possible. We absolutely recommend to build the first seats once you finished all the manager license tasks. The money you got is best invested in your stadium. The stadium's condition is important as well, but not for now. We can go back to the list of license tasks, again. It tells us about challenging another team to play a friendly game. You can do this by going to another team's homepage. Let's go to Games. There you go to Games. From the list of games select a team where it shows a flag from another country. Just avoid bots. Bots are computer-controlled teams, and not able to play friendly games. Now, click such a team's name. You see the challenge button on the right? No? It is the telephone. Click on it. But what is this challenge thing about? You can play so-called friendly games against other managers from all over the world. To arrange such a friendly game, you need to challenge another manager, or another manager is challenging you. Some of these friendly games create some income for your team. For information about friendly games you can check the manual. For now, we need to finish our license, and we are done soon. Go back to the list of tasks. The next task is about training. Go to Team, then Training. There is weekly training session, and you control it from here. You have your players listed in the categories you know from your list of players already. You can make settings for each player. You have to decide what is next on the player's training plan. To make this easier, there is a so-called optimizer in place. This tool suggests training settings based on the progress and the needs of your player. For us, it is time to go back to the list of licensed tasks. We are now told about some guys called mentors. Go to Help, and then to Mentors. The list of users acting as mentors shows up. These guys volunteer, and offer their knowledge to others. You could contact them whenever you have questions about certain features of Red Zone action. But be warned, it is considered to be good style if you consulted the manual first. Don't hesitate to ask a mentor whenever you are in trouble with game tactics as example. By the way, another good source for help is the forum. We go back to our list of license tasks. At the moment this video was created, there is only one more task to do. We are nearly set to go. The last task is about scrimmage games. Please go to games, and there you go to scrimmages. Scrimmages are games where your own guys play kind of a training game versus themselves. This is very helpful to check newly written playbooks. As example, there are some scrimmages you could play without any further costs, and you should use this chance. You create a scrimmage by clicking at a button for the desired kickoff time. You have the choice using the standard simulation engine, known as League Engine, or you use the Friendly Engine, which carries features that are in development now. By using the Friendly Engine, you could prepare yourself for upcoming seasons. As example, did you notice the hint on top? You finished your manager license. Congratulations! You are now ready to go with your manager career. So, what's next? You should find a sponsor for your team, and you will remember the lesson about your stadium. Your finished manager license created some good income, and it's not the worst idea to spend a good portion of this money to extend your stadium. We wish you good luck on your further way. Since you made your first successful steps already, there is no doubt you will make it to the top. Good luck.